Good afternoon, garden friends. I am pushing it. For those of you that watch my videos, know that I have been busy redesigning my neighbor's backyard, taking care of my own yard, planting up mosquito repellent pots that June 30th almost got away from me. So we're gonna go ahead and do a backyard garden tour. Guys, everything is just looking amazing. So come along with me while we take this garden walk. Look at this. Between my hydrangeas and my roses are looking really nice. These are vanilla strawberries. Now we had a little bit of rain, so that's part of the reason why they're leaning. I need to go ahead and some of the things that I'm going to be doing this weekend is all of my rose bushes, especially since the hydrangeas are doing so well. I'm going to literally cut these guys down in half so that I can get another flush of the roses coming through, but I'll be able to see my hydrangeas. Now look at this. This is my Annabelle. Look at the size of that rascal. It is so nice. It's just doing so well. And then that's my other vanilla strawberry. And I also have a smaller Annabelle here. Their flowers are not as big. Oh God, look at this bumpler. Just loving his life, and that's the one thing that I do so love about gardening. Our natural pollinators are losing so much of their area, so I try to do as much as I possibly can to create an environment so that they too can continue to flourish. And then guys, I just got this. I had been looking for this fern, which I'm gonna get put in this weekend. It is called a Japanese painted fern. And I love how the leaves have that red going through it, and you plant it in part shade to shade. It will get 18 to 24 inches tall and spread about 24 inches. I just so love that. And this is the area that I'm gonna put it in. This area gets part sun, but I'm gonna tuck it back there next to my Helen Von Steens there, so it can do really well. Here is another garden bed. I got my black-eyed Susies that are just doing well. Purple heart along with the Helen Von Steen. I just so love those color combinations of that bright orange, the purple, and then the green of the Helen Von Steen. Now, I still have some violas in here that this weekend, one of the things that I'm going to be doing is cleaning these guys out and putting something in there. Oh, don't mind my my mess there. I was cleaning up my Helen Von Steens. That just looks so healthy. I just love those guys. All right. And then of course my roses that I have in my containers on both sides of my garden shed. I know this weekend I am going to be doing some serious deadheading, because I mean, you don't necessarily have to deadhead the knockout roses, but I think it just looks so much neater when you take the dead flowers off, and then you got all that new growth that's going to come. Look at those. Those are just so pretty. I just love the little daintiness when they haven't quite opened up yet. And then look at these guys. That color is just absolutely gorgeous. And then tea olive tree has bounced back. And then guys, look at this beauty. I cannot wait until those buds on this crepe myrtle start to pop out. That's just gonna look so gorgeous on the side of my garden shed. Broomstrucks. And I have the impatiens that are just doing so well. Like I said, it rained kind of heavy, so everything is sort of leaning over, but my God, I mean, look at those guys. Get back here. Look how pretty those are. And later on, they will end up perking back up and looking gorgeous. And then look at these guys. Aren't they pretty? I forget what the name of these are, but I have them like nicely tucked in between these guys and the impatiens. Got some more black-eyed Susies over here with my hanging baskets. And this area over here is just filled with hostas, daylilies. Like I said, I have like so much deadheading to do. It is not funny, but everything is looking good. And I just love it when we get that nice rain, you know, so. But yeah, these guys are just looking so pretty. And like I said, the contrast between, you know, the yellows, and then I have like different shades of yellow. So you got that deep, deep golden colored yellow. And then I have these pretty sunshine yellow daylilies. But like I said, tomorrow, this is about cleanup, getting everything cleaned up. All right, my other hosta area over here. Everything is looking good. Oh my goodness, I did not realize I had some elephant ears tucked in here. Look at that, guys. Oh, that's gonna look pretty. And look at that contrast with the chartreuse of hostas. That looks so pretty. Just so very nice. And then my sedum. I just so love sedum. It is just so pretty. Yeah, like I said, it rained, so you got a couple branches that didn't fell. But yeah, this area is just looking really, really nice. And the one thing that I did do, because I have so much green back here, and the fact that my endless summers, while the leaves look so amazing, I am not getting any buds. But like I said, the greenery looks so good. So what I did was I went ahead and I plopped in black-eyed Susies just to give that little extra pop in here. Still have some more daylilies throughout. And like I said, my hydrangeas, my endless summers, they're not gonna flower, but like I said, their leaves are nice and healthy. Oh, and this is something new to the garden. It's a Rebecca, and it's called Denver Daisies. And I just love how having that pop of color through all of this greenery back here just makes it set off, along with, you know, the impatiens that I got in here. I think I'm gonna dig these out, and those ones back there, because I mean, yes, I like annuals, but you know, one of the things that my husband has said is, you know, plant the things that come back every year so that you can enjoy your garden without constantly working in your garden. You know, so look at this, guys. It's just so, I just so love it. I so love it. Invincible Ruby next to my sunshine ligustrum that is doing so nicely. I had to trim that guy down, and I keep hearing, keep it trimmed, that way it'll get fuller, won't look so sparingly in the flowers. And then my heuchera. These guys, I think I'm gonna move them because this is the color that they initially were. These are some new shoots that have come off, but I think it's getting a little bit too much sun. So I think I'm gonna move them back from in the front here. The same thing for this one here, but I mean, it still looks very healthy. Chrysanthemums are just doing well. These, I didn't think they were gonna come back. These were, I think, last year that I had planted these. Now this is endless summer. That only got the little small cluster of flowers off of it, but like I said, the leaves look really good. So I'm happy, you know. Mother Nature does what Mother Nature does. So, and then guys, I don't know, I'm like, don't know what I'm gonna do about my Helen Vaughnstein. I've thinned this out, and then it still comes back looking like this. And I don't know if it's because we've had a lot of rain, which is good for some of the plants, but I don't know if it's too good for these guys. So I might thin them out one more time because I just love them. My purple hearts that are just doing so well. And then guys, you know, these wine cups, these guys are just so dainty. This is like 3 years that I've had these, and I just love them. Another one of hydrangeas. This is a quick fire that I think I'm going to have to move because this does get sun, but not as much as my other ones do that are humongous. But this guy is, oh, I think a year. Yeah, I think I planted him, oh, not even a year. I planted him last September. So maybe I'll just give him one more time here, and if need be, I'll pull him up a little bit. So everything is just looking so amazing, which I love. That there is a Invincible Ruby that I just transplanted because I did move that one up because it wasn't getting enough sun. And then guys, I just so love how everything is looking. This is my new flower bed that I planted a bunch of perennials in. I think it was last weekend that I did it. The Russian sage. I put in some more of the banana cream daisies. Like I said, I got some deadheading to do. Seriously, everything is just looking so very pretty. And then the other thing that I'm going to do this weekend is all of my rose bushes. Like I said, I am cutting literally in half so that as the limelights start to flourish, you'll be able to see those more, and then I'll get another flush of roses. And then these guys are prime limelights. They will bloom pink right off the cuff. And look at all of those buds on there. And then even my limelight is doing well. But you want this, I am thinking I got a iron issue, because these guys are usually nice and green. So I think too, when I cut down the roses, that I'm gonna go ahead and put some iron tone on these guys. But yeah, everything is looking so fantastic. And like I said, I cannot wait until this bed is full with everything, because it's gonna look amazing. Yeah, see that rose bush there, it's kind of sickly. But you know, I've had these for 6 years. But I did get this other stuff that's gonna help for, you know, to keep any type of fungus and what have you. But I'm gonna go ahead and just cut these guys down. Like I said, they always seem to bounce back. That limelight doesn't have any buds on it, but like I said, I think I got some iron issues. but I'm going to get those addressed. Lickety split. And then look at this, guys. It is my little lime. It's not too little, is it? And this guy is 6 years. Yeah, this has been, it initially started off in a pot, and then after about 2 years, I moved him into the ground, and he's doing wonderful. But then this is the other thing, guys. You know how lime lights are supposed to get the pink color, like if up north, like in Ohio, that is just like common for them to get the pink on it. But here in the South, the last couple years, because we've been having some extremely hot and humid weather, it would go from the buds to the white to the chartreuse green and then brown. I am hoping it does not do that this year. And it looks like we are having a good run of them doing what they're supposed to do, but it just looks so pretty. Oh yeah, like I said, when this gets full, and you know what, this is the thing, I don't get like the big plants, you know, because I'm not that instant gratification type of person. I like to see things, you know, grow from a small plant. And then that lets me know that I am doing something right. So while these plants in here are small, like I said, once they start to fill in, this is just going to look absolutely amazing. I'm so happy with how everything is looking. And then too, you know, with gardening, it's also about combination. When I decide on what I'm gonna plant, I like to find things that's gonna complement each other, but also be striking against each other. Now look how this Chinese fringe looks against my limelight, you know, and the fact that you got a little bit of the pink bleeding through on those, and it just looks so nice. So it doesn't even matter what angle you look at it. It just looks so nice. And one of the things that I started doing, I've just been plopping them in the garden bed, are my gladdies. Look at that, isn't that so pretty? Like I said, the rain came and the stalks sort of fell down, but next year when I do these and these guys start to come up, I'm gonna make sure I properly stake them. Another limelight here that is covered in buds. Got some of my cannas that have bloomed or in the process of blooming, and my balloon flowers. Like I said, I gotta do some serious deadheading. And look at this, guys. Okay, you know what? I love nature, but you know what? I get so tired of the squirrels and the chipmunks deciding to dig up stuff. But look at these. Aren't they beautiful? They are just gorgeous. Now this is my encore, and I usually will get a succulent flush that comes through for it. So, but that's like later in the season. More of my rose bushes, and then my back in that corner, back there in the corner there is my Confederate. Like I said, it gets those gorgeous flowers that look like carnations that range from pink, white, and deeper burgundy color. My window boxes are doing really well. And this is the big daddy, Limelight. And I do believe, because I only snipped off the flower heads, is part of the reason why it is not dripping over. Oh God, you know what? You know, stuff be just loving my yard. Guys, look at this little this frog. It's like an albino. Hold on. Let me get in there. Look at him. Oops. Oops. I hope I don't. Where is he at? I can't even get my camera to aim. Oh, there he is. You see him? Look at that albino frog or toad or whatever. But yeah, he's just chilling in here. But yeah, look at this. This thing is massive. It gotta be at least 6 feet wide and 7 foot tall. That's just so amazing. With my roses. These ones I probably won't cut down as much as the other ones. And then look at this. This is what I'm talking about in regards to my quick fires. Look how big these guys are, and that the flowers are already turning pink. And then I have my rose bush that is in between. And then this here is mini Mauvette Invincible. Now these guys are the ones that bloom really, really early in the season, but I can snip some of these ones off and then I'll get another flush. Flowers won't be as many, but I'll still get another flush of them. My other window box, you know, and that's the one thing that I love. It's just so nicely tucked back there behind my quick fire. Now this is something that we're gonna have to do this weekend. Vertex lilac. I don't know what is going on with it, but it looks like it's dying, and I don't know why. Was reading, trying to figure out, you know, was it because of all the rain? But this is a good drainage area, because like I said, my house is on a hill, so it doesn't end up collecting water. So I don't know what has caused it to do this. So we're gonna pull it out because I don't want it doing anything to any of my other plants. And you know, when you look at this, I mean, it has like tons of buds that was on it, but it's like they all dried up, and then the leaves are just crinkling and just lifeless. So we're gonna take that out, and what I'm gonna put there is I have an extra lantana, and it'll get 36 inches wide and I think 18 or 24 inches tall. So I think that'll look really nice in this area. All right, and the flower bed that's off of our sanctuary, I have 2 Buddleia white butterfly bushes, one here and then one right over there. And then this here is my plumbago that it is really zoned for 9 and 11, but I love it. So, but what I'm gonna do is this winter, I'm going to dig it up and take it in the house and see if I can overwinter it and then get it back out here in the spring. I also have some cherry yucca blossom shrubs in here, and they only get like 2 feet. My knockout rose bush, that's massive. And then this is the other thing that I'm going to miss about this tree. You see that? I just love the fact of just like you're peeking behind the tree to see the hydrangeas. But like I said, I don't know what's going on with it, but I'm gonna go ahead and get it up. This here is my forsythias, and as you see, it needs a haircut. But this thing grows so fast, I'm probably trimming it, you know, 4 or 5 times in a season. Got some of my bachelor buttons down here that, like I said, some serious deadheading that I'm gonna be doing so that I get another nice flush. And then those guys back there are my peonies that did really well this year. Some more sedum. I think these are my Chinese irises or daylilies. One of them, I think they're daylilies. No, they're irises. And then that's next to Sprea. If you guys, like I said, haven't figured out, my theme in my garden is roses and hydrangeas. This here is another of the prime limelight. This is the large limelight. And then guys, look at this. Like I said, there's a reason why I'm going to be cutting my roses back. And I know part of it too is for air circulation, but this thing ends up looking so pretty, and those little dainty flowers, the roses. But I'm gonna do a hard cut to open this up, let some air circulation get in there. Just let it do its thing. And then another Sprea. It looks like it's getting another flush of flowers on it. This is the butterfly bush. This one here gets anywhere from 6 to 7 foot tall, and I love having it to where it reaches up past my deck. My husband doesn't like it, but I do. And here I got 2 more encores. Got my sedum, and you know what? This is the one thing that I love about sedum. These guys were planted, these 3 were planted at the same time, and it's almost like it's a trailing of the flowers blooming, because this one here is blooming nicely. This one has blooms on it, and then that one down there hasn't even opened. And then that is a Nico that one of my garden friends had given me. I'm trying them out. This is my first time ever working with Nicos, so I'm excited about seeing how that does for next year. Now, someone had asked me, you know, how did I get started, you know, and I actually started with pots, because I wanted to make sure it was something that I was going to be able to manage, and, you know, I wouldn't feel bad, you know, if it didn't end up being successful, because I didn't have, you know, a lot of time invested in it. So I ended up starting off with pots, and I continue to work with pots. And then guys, look at this. Like I said, I'm gonna get these guys deadheaded. Drift roses, look at that. I just so love it. And then, like I said, when you clean them off, it just looks so much neater. But I'm gonna be doing all of that this weekend. Some more of my pots. And I do love these sun patients, because they can handle this Georgia heat. Chinese fringe that I'm so glad bounced back. Some more of my pots that I have. And guys, I gotta tell you, I follow this young lady in California. I think her channel is called Big Water Repeat. I'll put it up on the page. But she raved about these, and this is heliotrope. I don't think I'm excessive, but I drove an hour and a half to get 9 of these plants, and I so love them. Don't know if when we have like a bad freeze, if it will survive, but I am already anticipating that I am going to bring those inward into the house to be sheltered. And then look at this, guys, the lantana here, because this actually, when I got it, was actually in a gallon pot, and it had the 3 plants in it. And look how nicely it is flourishing. And then, like I said, the lantana is seeding. This is a drift roses, and some more of my heliotrope and sun patience. Now I got to show you guys this. I love creeping Jenny. I don't know what this other ground cover is, but it gets these pretty little blue flowers on it. When I put this over here, I kid you not, up at the top, it was just a little patch about that big. Do you see how much this has grown? And my goal is I want this to fill in the entire way of my garden bed all the way around. Won't that look amazing? Okay, it may take a while, but I'm a patient person. And when it comes to gardening, you gotta be patient. Along with, this area is on the other side of our deck. And this is my lemon coral sedum that, guys, once again, little small patches that I put in here, and look how well it's grown. And this is only 3 years. This is 3 years. So they are loving the spot that they're in. And then more of my rose bushes that are doing well. Now these guys, I probably won't cut back as much, but guys, I gotta tell you about this one. This one here, I actually propagated it from a stick 2 years ago. And this is how well it is doing with all its beautiful roses on it. And then my water fountain that my husband had got for me. Once again, be able to see the entire garden. I just love the fact that there's interest in every little nook and cranny of the garden. That's what makes it so peaceful back here. I hope you enjoyed this backyard garden tour, and to see how well everything is doing. And like I said, the fact that we have been having some seasonable cooler weather, I think is a contributing factor, especially for my hydrangeas that are doing so well. So thank you again for visiting Inspiring Garden Corner, and please consider subscribing and sharing my channel. Have a wonderful day.